大家好，歡迎大家嚟到 Untitled Chapter 舉辦嘅 Solutions Day 2021香港站，我係今日嘅 live 主持人 Baby Wong， 我會喺現場為大家直播精彩嘅 seminars 同埋介紹一系列嘅 exhibition booths， 希望嚟唔到現場嘅朋友仔呢都可以透過我哋直播嘅環節一齊參與今日呢個盛事啊！首先好多謝大家收睇先。留意翻今日嘅活動呢，我哋會喺晏晝2點正式開始嘅。咁我哋會喺 Untitled Chapter CBC 嘅 Facebook 專頁啦，同埋 YouTube Channel 同步直播嘅。咁中意今次直播嘅朋友，記得 Like and Share 我哋條片俾你哋嘅朋友啦，又或者係合作伙伴啦，咁就大家都唔會錯過今日嘅盛事啦。今年 Solutions Day 嘅主題係 Looking Beyond the Possibilities。透過新興科技為企業開創更多無限商機，中信電信國際 CPC 以智能架構同埋智慧思維打造 ICT-MI 創新策略，整合雲、網、安等解決方案，聯同一眾生態圈合作伙伴嘅服務，串聯大數據、人工智能、擴增實境、機械學習同埋區塊鏈等等嘅創新科技，引領企業加快數碼轉型嘅步伐，令到事業再創高峰啊！今日嘅 seminars 都會圍繞點樣利用創新智能嘅策略，創造商業價值。咁我哋好榮幸邀請到好多重量級嘅嘉賓，包括有 IT 界精英、科技專家、生態圈嘅合作伙伴同埋我哋嘅行業代表等等，同大家分享創新科技議題以及佢哋寶貴嘅數碼轉型實戰經驗，大家千祈唔可以錯過啦。至於喺 exhibitions 方面呢，今次我哋 Untitled Chapter CBC 將會聯同多個生態圈嘅合作伙伴，合共有8個 booths 喺場外展示創新科技應用嘅。咁包括有企業網絡方案、雲端科技應用、資訊安全防護，仲有我哋利用 AR 技術研發嘅創新方案添。等業界咧可以互相交流，啟發更多嘅創新意念，咁迎接更多挑戰啦。而家先賣個關子先，我哋晏啲再帶大家一齊參與啊！講個好消息俾大家聽啦！而家喺網上面睇緊直播嘅你呢，一定要睇到最後啊！因為我哋今日呢會有非常之吸引嘅有獎問答環節。稍後呢，我哋會喺3點同4點半左右發問問題嘅。咁好簡單啦，大家只要喺限時之內呢，喺我哋嘅 Facebook 專頁同或者係我哋嘅 YouTube 直播入邊留言回答問題。咁答啱而又被抽中嘅朋友仔呢，咁就有機會會獲得我哋嘅50蚊美食外賣平台現金券啦。咁名額一共有10位嘅，咁大家要留意啦。好，咁我哋而家休息一陣先，咁我哋會喺活動2點鐘正式開始嗰陣呢，再同大家見面嘅，咁我哋一陣間再見啦。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, please be seated. Welcome once again to our CITIC Telecom CPC Solutions Day 2021, Looking Beyond the Possibilities. I'm Natalie and I'll be your MC for today, and it's my pleasure to meet you all here. I would just like to share quickly before we start some COVID-19 rules. Under the control of disease regulations by the government, no eating or drinking is allowed in our venue during our presentations. And also wearing a mask covering our face and our nose is mandatory. So thank you for your attention and cooperation. Digital transformation shapes the business across different industries, harnessing emerging technologies and integrated solutions. It opens up new opportunities and business innovations. To win the business game, understand competitive advantage is critical. One should have innovative and intelligent strategies, choose trusted partners, and act fast. In today's event, CITIC Telecom CPC is going to share the latest guiding framework for the future, ICT Mind, that integrates a full stack of cloud, network, and security solutions backed by trusted partners and innovations in big data, AI, AR, machine learning, and blockchain, elevating enterprises to new heights in their digitalization journeys and unlocking limitless possibilities for future success. You'll also hear presentations from our ecosystem partners on capitalizing the benefits of advanced ICT technologies on cloud, security, and networking. And first of all, may I please invite Mr. Esmond Lee, Chief Executive Officer, CITIC Telecom CPC, to deliver the welcome remarks. Mr. Lee, please.
Good afternoon, Dr. Dennis Yip, Dr. Martin Sito, Dr. Lucas Hui, partners, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to CITIC Telecom CPC Solutions Day 2021. I would like to take this opportunity to firstly thank Astri and our ecosystem partners for supporting the event. I'm so pleased to meet all of you at this long-awaited event since 2019. CITIC Telecom CPC Solutions Day has always been serving as an important event, bringing together partners and participants across ICT industries to discuss key global issues, while at the same time contributing ideas and thoughts on areas where we all share common interests. The theme of today's event is Looking Beyond the Possibilities. Digital transformation is no doubt bringing and accelerating a paradigm shift in business under the new normal. It opens and creates limitless possibilities and opportunities. But enterprise should be reminded that the power of a digital transformation lies in its strategy. Today, it gives me great pleasure to share with you our new strategy, Intelligence and Communications Transformation Mind. We call it ICT Mind Strategy. To realize our motto, Innovation Never Stops, CITIC Telecom CPC has recently embarked on an innovative and intelligence transformation journey to cater for the changing needs of the future. ICT Mind is an intelligence-driven strategy for an innovative future. Integrating the latest technologies with innovative ideas, ICT Mind is the brain that leads enterprises to successful digital transformation. It demonstrates our commitment to strengthen technology expertise towards endless innovation for our customers. It is the core for our transformation from an ICT solution provider into a technology-driven digitalization enabler. Capitalizing our extensive global experience, decades of business know-how, and dedicated R&D capabilities, CITIC Telecom CPC is in a unique position to help enterprises leverage our ICT Mind strategy and complete IT service management portfolio to accelerate their digital transformation. I would also like to take this occasion to announce that we are entering a new phase in the partnership with S3 to use AI and AR innovation to create unprecedented value and enable exceptional experience for different industries and markets. With the shared vision of spurring innovation and enhancing customer experience, AI-AR integration in Phase 2 solidifies CITIC Telecom CPC's ICT Mind strategy. We believe our algorithm expertise and AI intelligence strength with S3's AR innovation capabilities can propel the ICT industry forward and explore new industry use cases with AI-AR integrated solutions that are ready for commercialization. We are delighted to have this partnership with S3, which perfectly complements our mission, innovation never stops, and embraces our latest ICT Mind strategy. In today's event, we are happy to collaborate with our ecosystem partners to share different new technologies and solutions. For digital transformation to succeed, we believe it is important to align with trusted ecosystem partners. They can bring a higher level of agility and a much broader base of technology expertise. I hope you all would enjoy hearing the insights from our ecosystem partners this afternoon. As a leading intelligent technology-driven ICT enabler, we will continue to find innovative intelligence ways of helping enterprise to reap the benefits of the digital transformation, and always looking beyond the possibilities to enhance customer value. Last but not least, I hope today's event will provide you all more insights, and I look forward to working closely with all of you in your digital transformation journey. Thank you all, and hope you will enjoy the event today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Thank you. Please remain on stage as we are going to have a grand opening ceremony. May I also invite our officiating guests on stage to join Esmond. Please welcome Dr. Dennis Yip, CEO S3. Daniel Kong, Chief Information and Innovation Officer, CITIC Telecom CPC. Our ecosystem partners including Checkpoint Software Technologies, Amy Chow, Country Manager, Hong Kong and Macau, Checkpoint Software Technologies Limited. Fortinet Cherry Fong, Regional Director, Fortinet Hong Kong, Macau, Mongolia. Green Radar, Kenneth Ma, Senior Vice President, Sales, Green Radar. King D, Edward Lau, General Manager, King D, Asia Pacific. Splunk, Michael Chow, Head of Partners, North Asia, Splunk. VM Software, Joseph Chan, Senior Regional Director, Hong Kong and Taiwan, VM Software. And VM Software, Calvin Wong, Head of Telco and Service Provider, VMware. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So first of all, I would like to invite Mr. Esmond Lee and Dr. Dan Siep to fuse our ICT Mind strategy with AR and AI technologies, so to unlock the limitless innovative future. So before that, shall we pose for a photographer first? Yes. And then maybe we can try to put it up a bit. Yes, holding it? Yes. Okay. Slowly, slowly, it's okay. All right. Okay. So, all right, shall we pose? Shall we put it on? Are we ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. With the new power of AR and AI, our new ICT Mind strategy is powered up now. And for now, let us count to 3, and shall we invite all our guests and ecosystem partners to put your hands on together and to kickstart the CITIC Telecom Solutions Day 2021. So shall we pose for our photographers first again? Okay, say cheese. Right? All captured. So I'll count from 3. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. everyone. Thank you for participating in our opening ceremony. Shall we move to the middle of the stage and we can take a group picture together, everyone? Shall we please? Okay, we'll wait for our photographer. Say cheese. And everyone, you can have your cameras ready as well. All right? Please pose for a photographer in the middle. And we also have some cameras, phones there. Oh, one more in the middle. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all our guests again. And just before we move on to the next section of our Solutions Day, we have a lot of different things to share with you. And one of them is to celebrate and to let everybody know that our Solutions Day 2021, Looking Beyond the Possibilities, is now officially commenced.
Digital transformation is redefining the business world. More than 20 years, we have immersed ourselves into the ICT industry. We are turning imaginative vision into business reality with proven technologies through driving innovation that cope with changes. We are reaching new heights and breaking new grounds. By providing 24/7 global support, we integrate cloud, network, and security, creating and growing businesses of the future. We are committed to continually enrich our ICT services, enabling our customers a smarter digital transformation. Our services empower developers to build a better city, enable manufacturers to contribute to our economy, inspire aviation operators to fly high with their customers, activate automakers to drive speed, and support smart agriculture to solve global food challenges. As a leading ICT service provider, it's our mission to devote ourselves into creating the future with intelligence and innovations. ICT Mind. Embracing intelligent innovation. Looking beyond the possibilities.
The possibilities. And before we kickstart our Solutions Day today, please note that you will have a chance to win a $100 e-coupon after each partner presentation section. So you simply need to scan the QR code on the screen, which will appear later, and answer the question. The one who answers the fastest, and of course correctly, will win the $100 e-coupon for that session. So please pay attention to our presentation and enjoy our show. And also at the end of the day, we're going to have a lucky draw for an iPhone 13 Pro. So don't miss out. And without further delay, let us now proceed to the first section of this afternoon. Now, may I please invite our guest speaker, Dr. Dennis Yip, CEO Astri, to share the mind of digital transformation driver, how innovative technology shapes the future business. Dr. Yip, please.
Thank you. Mr. Esmond Lee, the CEO for CITIC Telecom CPC, thank you very much for the opportunity. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dennis. I'm the CEO of Astri. For those of you who have not known Astri, Astri is actually Applied Science Technology Research Institute, one of the largest Hong Kong research institute with the most patents. We have about 900 patents. And it was set up 20 years ago by Mr. Dong Ginhua when he was the chief executive. At that time was trying to bring up the whole research ecosystem in Hong Kong. But the setup actually, I would say, really boomed up in the last few years. And there are different ways of why is it. So I have a few minutes to present how innovation technology shapes the future business, which is a difficult topic in a few minutes. But let me take you through some of my thoughts. I think we are sitting in a world which is, as Mr. CEO of CITIC Telecom CPC just said, technology transformation. So many industries are transforming using the digital technologies. On the other hand, Hong Kong is probably one of the best places in the last 2 years of having the booming technology front. We have about 12 unicorns, and if you look at the Greater Bay Area, it's only about 40 unicorns. So actually, we are in the front line of it. And if you look at the 14 5-year strategy that lays down by our country, actually is really supportive for the first time that asks Hong Kong to be one of the international hub for INT. And they're not just talking about it. If you look at the way of presenting from Carrie Lam from the last policy address, there will be the Norfolk Metropolis Center, and there will be the Sun Tian Technopole with the Lok Ma Chau Loop. And the size of the hardware is 17 times the current science park. So imagine if it's all full, how many technology companies we are talking about. However, one of our role is actually not the hardware, but the software. How does Hong Kong have the technology and also the brain of the research talent? So that's why we participate with CITIC Telecom on CPC in terms of different technologies. And we have about 500 researchers, 900 plus patents, 600 completed research projects. We're actually getting more and more projects nowadays, so we will be increasing our headcount. Unfortunately, it's very hard to find the right talent, so it's a chicken and egg problem. And basically, if you look at our technologies, it involves AI, big data, communications, cybersecurity, trusted technologies, integrated circuits, IoT, and sensors. And this become a push for the 5 initiatives that S3 is making: the fintech, the smart city, intelligent manufacturing, applied integrated circuits, and also intelligence robotics. So what we are doing is actually using these types of research to really commercialize, and that's why we partner with CITIC Telecom CPC. Now, a lot of you are hearing 元宇宙 metaverse, right? And one of the things I was just talking to Esmond is there's actually stocks coming up when Facebook changed the name to Meta. And there's actually a set of stocks that you can buy, like NVIDIA and all those stocks that's called themselves metaverse. And the reason I say metaverse here is actually, if you look at it, it's actually the structure of 7 layers, being the infrastructure like the 5Gs, the human interface, whether you use phone, you use eyeglasses, you use iPad, computers. It's a decentralized model with blockchain, so it's secure, but it's actually everywhere in terms of securities. Spatial computing, the theme of today, AR and AI and AR and VR. And how do you create the integrated tools for the economy? What is the discovery in terms of the user experience? Are you in the entertainment business? Are you playing games, etc.? Now, this whole metaverse was become hot when Facebook changed their name to Meta in 2 months ago. But S3 and CITIC Telecom CPC actually did the Meta project since 2019. So we have a vision 2 years ago. We created the first phase project that used AR, and actually remotely, we can actually do the data center maintenance, for example. And Esmond just talked about the second project that we just started in terms of AI and AR, in terms of AR service platform. And our goal is actually with CITIC Telecom CPC as the commercial engine to push the enterprise data transformations to different industries in terms of AI, AR, and VR. So this is the kind of technology we are talking about in Hong Kong that can transform the whole industries. So we are very glad that we are part of this partnership, and very happy that all of us here are enjoying a beautiful afternoon, and we are hoping for the best between the cooperation between S3 and CITIC Telecom CPC, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Yip. Thank you. Now we are also very honored to have Mr. Daniel Kong, Chief Information and Innovation Officer, CITIC Telecom CPC, to introduce us his topic, The Mind of an Innovator, ICT Mind Strategy to Unlock an Innovative Future. Mr. Kong, please.
Oops. Thank you, Dennis, and thank you, Esmond, for the good talk about the ICT Mind and also our partnership with S3. Today, my topic is going to talk about the ICT Mind strategy to unlock an innovation future. Yeah. First of all, I would like to say that like innovation business is actually happening everywhere. We can see that people are using different ideas to try to innovate their business, including the containerless delivery by drone. Like they are allowed to have a faster delivery and direct route and save a lot of time for a lot of company and also in the delivery business. And one of the another use case is about the telemedicine and drugs dispensary by robotic tools. And in 2022, we are expecting there are different news in the field of the biotechnology and artificial intelligence company going to use different type of new set of technology such as machine learning in diagnostic and also creating different type of robotics for healthcare. And definitely, you can see that like different car manufacturer using enabling smart car technology, including different facial recognition, especially in truck driver, that had developed algorithm to detect whether the truck driver are paying attention on the road or if they are getting tired. And besides, a lot of artificial intelligence technology are starting to employ into innovation business. We are also seeing that blockchain technology is getting a lot of use case, and in fact, even our company developed quite a lot of blockchain technology itself. NFT, the non-fungible tokens, is getting attention because the use case is enormous because it can actually track the value of different type of and also the ownership of different type of digital assets. So as you can see that a lot of this new technology in a few years back is just like a lot of the time is just more of a lot of mainstream, but we are seeing that a lot of companies are looking this type of technology to create new value as their for their mainstream business. And according to Gartner, there are 12 different type of strategic technology change trend for 2022. But 4 of them are really important for our for different business related to how using AI and new type of technology to accelerate growth. Yeah, so the first one, as you can see, that is Gartner are actually suggesting business to look at more about the generative AI. The generative AI is going to be allowed to become a core engine for different enterprise to have a rapid innovation. And we are expecting by 2025, the generative AI will account for almost 10% of data are being produced by different enterprise. Yeah. The second one is about the distributed enterprise, which is a architecture that business need to adopt a virtual first, remote first architecture approach to digitize the consumer touch point. So it's you can see that in 1 or 2 years, a lot of more organization is going to employ different type of distributed enterprise technology. The third one is about the auto-mimic system. The auto-mimic system are a self-managed physical software system to learn their environment, very related to AI machine learning. And it will allow the enterprise to have a rapid response to their change in their environment, no matter from a network viewpoint, from a ICT viewpoint, or even from their business data viewpoint, how they can using their daily running data and auto-mimic it and convert it into a useful action for the enterprise. And the third one is very important, is a lot of different tools are now in the ICT, but Gartner proposed that in order to accelerate the growth, the total experience is very important, which try to bring all these tools into a unified customer experience that will allow larger enterprise to transform their business more easily and provide more world-class service, no matter to their internal customer, to their employee, or to their customer. So that's why we have in this year, we actually launched to support all this type of strategy. This year, we actually launched our new complete strategy about the ICT mind, that we actually embrace different type of new technology into our own business and try to attempt using this innovation to help our enterprise customer go further. Okay. Well, the journey about the digital transformation of CPC actually happening throughout the history of the CPC for the past 20 years. Initially, we actually is a simple network ISP provider, and then we get popular because we is the first in Hong Kong or in Asia Pacific region to launch our MPLS network at that time, which is something the market doesn't even have it. Yeah. And then in 2006, we start our security service, and then the cloud service and intelligent data center. But by 2021, we are going to initiate a complete new strategy. That to follow our innovation never stop model is to employ a new strategy called ICT Mind, that we will embrace different type of AI, AR, 5G, machine learning, blockchain technology into our day-to-day business, and then try to enhance ourselves and also provide a better service for our customer. One of the examples is that in 2019, as Dennis just mentioned, we have partnered with S3 to start using 1.5 years to develop a innovative service. It's called AR Remote Hand Service. And it's a good point that Dennis had tried to rebrand it into Metaverse. And the first time I heard the Metaverse name, is really similar. So we built the data house AR remote hand service, leveraging S3 experienced people and also the spatial, their patent on spatial location technology, and also the popularity of the glass. We are able to build an intelligent service provisioning service with our boundary, especially during the COVID-19 time. This actually helped us a lot because a lot of our customers cannot really reach our data center to deploy new services. And at that time, everyone required remote services. That's why our data center business is booming, but our customer cannot put their server or deploy their services into the data center. That's why we build we launched this service, and it really helped a lot our customer, especially the foreign customer that cannot go to China or come to Hong Kong to deploy their services. The second innovation we are based on ICT Mind strategy. We actually developed a AI SD-WAN solution to optimize our resources allocation for our customer. The AI SD-WAN is based on the existing SD-WAN technology, but we gather different brand and different data from the traffic for our customer, and then not just analyzing the traffic, but we analyzing the business data together and perform a correlation in order to build a better decision for our customer. So we actually pilot run this in some of our few customers, 5 to 6 different customers from manufacturing, from logistics, and the result is, and also real estate, and the result is quite good. Yeah. So overall, what is a ICT mind strategy? This slide actually shows the ICT mind strategy. Technology viewpoint is that it's a data science platform that try to customize algorithm for different type of customer as they need, and also a big data platform try to collect different ICT data and also customer business data to build not just a data platform, but also an analytic platform for our customer, so that we can, the customer can leverage this platform to build better decision on network traffic, on ICT traffic, and also to make better decision and provisioning models such as AI, AR in the whole platform. So what we are aimed at is we are currently develop different use case in data at rest, data in transit, and data in use, leveraging this platform to build different type of solution for our customer. So, okay, so CITIC Telecom CPC ICT Mind strategy is an analytic intelligent model trying to create real value for the business. Yeah, it will involve in 6 different type of technology. How AI are being evolved in an enterprise for the enterprise use. Smarter operation and maintenance. More dynamic response for our customer in terms of proactive fault detection and different preemptive alarm mechanism. Ecologically correlation. You are not just correlation the data we collect in our network, but we also attempt to help our customer to correlate data in their business day-to-day running application data, and also develop a different type of baseline on the application usage and their application baselining, so that we can build something what we call a scenario planning for our customer. In one of our strategy in ICT Mind is one of the core value for us is to build scenario for our customer. That is just like what the Marvel recently launched a cartoon called What If, okay? What if the data and the applications change, and then how our ICT Mind model can use our advanced algorithm to help our customer to predict the future. And also with the AR integration, we hope that the whole concept of ICT Mind can build a multi-dimensional perception. Again, it's like a metaverse on the enterprise use case for the customer. So this is my last slide. So with the ICT Mind, CTC will hope to become a next generation technology digital enabler for a customer. And thank you for everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Kong. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Thank you for sharing once again. I'm sure that by now you will all want to know more about CITIC Telecom CPC's ICT Mind strategy. So let us show you a video to tell you what is the intelligent and innovation strategy for CITIC Telecom CPC now. Enjoy.
AI, 5G, and cutting-edge technologies are accelerating economic growth at an unprecedented speed. A brand new business model is created. Everything is now online and seamlessly connected, driven by intelligence. AR realizes remote visual collaboration. Digital twin and cognitive production scenarios become reality. The physical and digital worlds are now converged, unleashing the full power of AR. AR Remote Hand Service adopts 3D technology and real-time spatial perception, performs data analysis using back-end systems, integrating virtual and reality. Field and back-end engineers communicate in real time through gestures, dialogues, and object recognition, as if the back-end is providing on-site consultation. It solves the challenges of cross-regional operations, complex equipment, and inconvenient on-site deployments, connecting back-end data for real-time retrieval, eliminating numerous physical documents, and communication and data transmission errors. AR Remote Hand Service employs AR glasses to stream real-time intelligence, information, graphics, and encrypted data from back-end systems to users, enabling seamless collaboration between on-site and back-end teams. With such agile services, customers can enjoy remote operations and maintenance services anywhere in the world by integrating AI and AR capabilities through professional algorithms to build an innovative machine learning model. Create data visualization platform with 2D and 3D diagrams, enhancing maintenance accuracy and efficiency, providing data for predictive and prescriptive analysis with our unique AI-enabled image recognition capability. For operations across different industries, it helps facilitate efficient operations and optimize customer services. Strong collaboration and high efficiency can be achieved, minimizing operational risk with effective management. CITIC Telecom CPC embraces ICT services with AI/AR technologies, bringing unprecedented immersive and interactive experience to its customers, reshaping services process, extending service scenarios. We aim at bridging the digital gap and building a global ecosystem. We strive to continuously deliver innovative ICT services to enterprises and empower our business partners to succeed in the digital future. CITIC Telecom CPC's AI/AR Remote Hand Service, empowering operations and maintenance without boundaries.
Strategy and innovative future. Wow, what a video. So,
頭先嘅節目係咪好精彩呢？我哋嘅 CEO Asmund Lee 同一眾主禮嘉賓為今日嘅 Solutions Day 揭開序幕。另外，仲有我哋嘅 CIO Daniel Quan 同埋 S3 CEO Dr. Dennis Yip 分別以智能創新策略為題，分享企業點樣加速數碼轉型啊！嗱，而家大家休息一陣先，一陣間轉頭翻嚟呢，我再帶大家睇下我哋唔同嘅 booth 啦。 大家好啊！又翻到嚟我哋嘅直播環節啦。嗱，今年咧有好多生態圈嘅伙伴參與我哋嘅 Solutions Day 啊。咁等我訪問下我哋嘅主辦單位 Citic Telecom CPC 先。嗱，喺我身邊咧有 Edmund Tam， 佢係我哋嘅 Strategic Solutions and Partner Business Director。Edmund 你好啊！嗱，咁咧我知道 Solutions Day 係 Citic Telecom CPC 嘅年度盛事啦，咁會邀請好多 IT 業界嘅人士參與喎。咁請問咧，當初點解會有呢一個構思㗎啦？
係咯，因為其實Citic Telecom CPC 咧同 IT 業界好多唔同嘅 partner 啦，都有一個合作伙伴關係啦。咁另外其實我哋亦都有好強大網絡，所以咧其實我哋今次呢個 Solution Day 咧都係希望啦，可以打造一個新嘅生態圈，同我哋咧學術研究嘅院舍啦一齊合作，加一啲唔同嘅 IT 廠商啊，一啲 Solution partner 甚至客戶咧去。跟住呢個平台咧，可以大家去做一啲研討、一啲研究，咁所以令到大家咧可以諗到一啲新嘅唔同嘅 solution， 去幫佢解決問題。咁啊，希望咧 IT 業界因為嚟緊有個數碼轉型啦，咁希望大家都可以做到呢一方面嘅嘢。咁啊，亦都可以打造呢個智能城市啦，又可以有令到多啲智能產業都可以做到出嚟嘅。咁啊，希望可以幫業界做到一部分嘅嘢，可以令到業界越嚟越好啦。
冇錯啊！嗱，咁今年嘅主題係 Looking Beyond the Possibility 啦，咁打造智能創新策略嘅。Citic Telecom CPC 有啲乜嘢方案可以幫助企業加速數碼轉型咧？
係咯，咁啊 Citic Telecom CPC 其實本身我哋就一個 ICT company 啦，咁我哋就會幫好多公司咧做一個企業嘅數碼轉型。咁但係呢個數碼轉型裏面咧，我哋亦都係有好多 ICT 嘅service 可以俾到客戶。咁啊，例如我哋有個 True Connect 啦，我哋有個專線網絡啦，咁亦都有呢個 security 裏面我有出 CSI， 咁就係一個咧信息安全嘅保障嘅。咁另外咧，我哋有 Smart Cloud 喎，咁 Smart Cloud 就係我哋嘅雲運算，咁再加上我有 Data House 一個咧雲嘅運算中心，咁亦都可以幫助客戶去諗多啲唔同嘅嘢咯。係啦，咁所以咧，其實我哋亦都今日啦，亦都講緊一個叫 ICT Mind 啦 ，ICT Mind 嘅形式啦。咁呢個智能策略咧，其實都係想打造多啲喺呢個創業上面啦，喺個數碼轉型上面咧，做多啲唔同範疇嘅嘢。咁亦都咁樣講啦，其實喺呢個數碼轉型上面咧，會遇到好多難題嘅。但係我哋相信咧，我哋有好多唔同嘅即係 AI 啊，有啲新嘅演算方法啊，或者有啲咧智能嘅功能咧，都可以幫到我哋客戶手。咁頭先所提及嗰4個產業啦。其實我哋都加咗好多新嘅智能嘅元素落去，令到咧我哋個產品咧更進一步咧提供到一啲服務俾個客戶，協助到去做數碼轉型。
咁又點睇嚟緊雲網安嘅發展啊？
其實呢個咧係一個好複雜嘅範疇嚟嘅。個原因就係話咧，呢3樣嘢咧，其實對於所有數碼轉型咧都有一個基礎。咁亦都有好多 governance 啊，有好多 compliance 開始要去做啦。所以令到咧雲網安呢3樣嘢咧，其實必須要做得好安全，係嘛？因為唔同國家都有新嘅規範啦。咁所以咧，我相信 Citic Telecom CPC 咧可以幫到客戶咧做得更加多呢方面嘅改善工程啦。
唔該晒 Edmund。嗱，咁跟住落嚟咧，我就會帶大家去參觀唔同嘅 booth 啦。而家大家一齊跟我過嚟啦。唔該晒。
喂 ，hello， 喂，
係。Hello， 你好啊！咁我哋今日而家就直播緊啦，同現場嘅觀眾朋友介紹下你哋公司啊，同埋介紹下你哋 booth 有啲咩方案啦。
OK， 好，我叫 Teddy 啦，咁我係負責喺 Fortinet 嗰度負責 channel 嗰方面嘅工作嘅，咁啊負責香港啦、澳門同埋蒙古。咁我諗Fortinet 可能大部分人士都知道我哋係一間 cyber security 嘅公司啦。咁其實可能好多人都知道我哋嘅 FortiGate，咁係我哋個 Next Gen Firewall 嘅一個主要嘅產品啦。但係其實除咗 Firewall 嘅產品，其實我哋都有好多唔同嘅方案嘅。
好啊，咁除咗呢樣嘢之外，會唔會想多略咧再介紹下其他嘅方案咁啊
？OK， 咁其實由於而家我諗個世界或者其實個 market 都成日講緊 digital transformation 啦，咁所以因為呢個咁樣嘅 digital transformation 咧，亦都加速咗有好多一啲企業咧對cyber security 嘅一啲要求。咁譬如我哋其中有一個主力嘅產品 FortiEDR 啦，咁其實可能好多客人都以前係用一啲叫 EPP 嘅方案，即係 anti-virus 嘅 solution， 但係其實用傳統嘅一啲 signature base 嘅方案咧，已經未必可以捉到好多呢啲叫 malware 㗎啦。咁所以其實我哋嘅 FortiEDR 亦都係針對呢方面嘅，就係專揾一啲 normal 嘅一啲 behaviour， 可以希望透過呢啲透過我哋一啲技術，可以將呢啲 malware 係捉到出嚟咯。咁亦都其實digital transformation 咧，可能好多人都係要在家工作啦，或者叫做 work from home 啦。咁所以其實我哋都會發覺呢啲 e-dial 其實係會裝喺呢啲咁叫 endpoint device 上面嘅。咁其實e-dial 亦都好方便，可以裝喺一啲唔同嘅顧客嘅 endpoint device 度，可以去做到呢個一啲防禦嘅工作咯嚇。
咁公司未來有冇啲乜嘢主要嘅發展方案可以同其他方向可以同其他分享下咧？
好。咁其實我哋除咗e-dial 呢個產品之外咧，我哋都有 Faulty SIM 啦，或者我哋一啲叫 Faulty Deceptor 啦。咁其實 Faulty Deceptor 亦都係簡單講就係好似一啲叫老鼠夾，我哋叫 honeypot 嘅一啲方案。咁可能而家其實嗰啲叫 hacker 咧都嗰啲手法都層出不窮嘅，咁所以咧我哋都要用一啲方法咧，就去 set 一啲叫陷阱，希望呢啲咁樣嘅黑客咧可以踩落去呢啲叫老鼠夾嘅呢啲位置嗰度。咁我哋其實係模擬扮一啲 printer 或者扮一啲客人嘅 server。咁如果我哋當一啲 hacker 係誤中去呢啲咁樣嘅模擬嘅機器上面咧，咁其實我哋個 Faulty Deceptor 亦都會可以即刻 detect 到，知道有一啲 hacker 有一啲normal behaviour 去觸動到嗰個客人嘅一個 network。咁我哋亦都透過呢個方式可以早少少 alert 我哋個顧客。咁呢啲亦都係其實我哋出年嘅其中一啲主打或者我哋嘅一啲大嘅方向。
明白，唔該晒 Teddy。好，跟住落嚟，我哋又去參觀下一個 booth 啦。唔該晒。Hello， 你好。係啊，咁都同我哋直播嘅朋友介紹下你公司啊，同埋今日有啲乜嘢主題啊個 booth。
大家好啊！咁我首先介紹下自己先啦。咁我係 Vim Software Hong Kong 嘅Enterprise Sales 啦，我叫 Alpha 啦。咁簡單講一講我哋今日個 booth 啦。咁其實我諗大部分嘅客戶都認識我哋 Vim 啦，因為我哋其實06年開始咧已經喺香港立足啦。其實 so far 咁耐咧，我哋都除咗 Virtual Backup 啦，其實發展到今日咧就已經去到我哋 V11最新嘅 version 咧，就已經可以 support 到唔同嘅 platform 啦，出咗好多唔同嘅新 version。今日 booth 嘅重點咧，我哋就主題咧就係講一啲 immutable 嘅 function 啦，因為其實好多客咧過去1-2年咧，因為 COVID-19 啦，好多係嘅同事啦，都會係坐喺 office 啦，做 remote 啦，咁導致到有好多 ransomware 啊，好多 hacker 出現啦，咁所以其實我哋 Vim 咧最新嘅 version 咧已經可以 support 到一個immutable 嘅 function 啦，係可以令到你個 backup image 啦可以好安全啦，好 secure 咁擺喺你哋公司嘅一個地方。In case 如果有啲咩問題嘅時候咧，都可以 restore 翻出嚟嘅。咁呢個係其中一個 function 啦。咁其實我哋仲有好多唔同嘅 function 嘅，包括一啲叫做 continuous data protection 啦，希望可以幫到其他客戶咧，可以好緊密啊，去 protect 你啲 data 啊，令到個 data loss 更加少啦。另外仲會有啲 cloud native 嘅 function 嘅，就譬如係 Azure 啦、AWS 啦，甚至乎任何嘅 public cloud 我哋都已經 support 噶啦。咁當然啦 ，detail 我又唔多講啦，賣少關子。如果有興趣咧，都可以揾翻我哋同事了解多啲。係。
唔該晒你。係。咁我跟住落嚟再下一個 booth。Hello， 跟住我哋嚟到 Green Radar 啦。你好啊，同大家介紹下你哋今日嘅 booth 嘅主題啊，同埋有啲乜嘢方案可以幫助企業加速數碼轉型好嗎？
其實我哋 Green Radar 主要係做 email security 嘅 service 嘅。咁喺香港同埋新加坡，我哋都會有 SOC 啦。咁呢個就解決咗好多啲客戶可能需要7乘24去招呼佢哋啲 end user 啊。咁其實呢個 solution 咧就可以令到佢減少咗呢個煩惱咯。咁同埋 major 我哋 email security 係用 AI platform 去做個 security 嘅，咁所以變咗係會慳咗好多人手啦，同埋時間啦，咁令到佢哋喺佢哋嘅業務上面更加容易去發展咯。
明白，唔該晒你。嗱，咁有興趣嘅朋友仔咧，亦都可以留意下呢一個 booth 啦，喺現場直播嘅時候。好，跟住落嚟咧，我哋就去到下一個 booth 啦。你好啊 ，Hello， 咁我哋而家就喺 CBC 度個 Facebook 度直播緊啦。咁同大家打聲招呼，介紹下我哋嘅主題啦。呢個 booth 嘅主題，同埋有啲咩方案可以幫助企業加速數碼轉型咁樣。
好啊，唔該晒。我哋 VMware 啦，咁我哋其實係20年嚟嘅一間做虛擬化嘅公司。咁我哋上年啦，我哋 launch 咗我哋一個多雲嘅服務啦，咁個 cross cloud service 主要幫客戶提供一啲多雲嘅雲端方案嘅解決方案。咁因為而家今天數碼轉型啦，咁都要配合雲端嘅技術。咁我哋主要係幫客戶去解決多雲嘅問題。
明白。咁未來公司有冇啲咩發展方案可以同大家分享？
有㗎。咁其實我哋主要會有2個範疇啦。咁第一就係頭先講過啦，幫助企業做一個多雲嘅解決方案。第二個就係我哋所謂嘅 modern application， 因為數碼轉型其實係要用 application 去配合，咁所有公司而家都係一間 software company 啦，咁但係企業都會遇到唔同嘅需要同埋困難嘅， 咁我哋就會部署翻唔同嘅 modern app 啦，同埋 multi-cloud 嘅一啲嘅 solutions， 咁幫助客戶達至一個數碼轉型。
唔該晒，咁跟住落嚟咧，我哋又去下一個攤位啦。唔該晒。Hello， 你好啊，可唔可以同直播嘅朋友咧介紹下你哋 booth 今日嘅主題啦，同埋有啲咩方案咧係可以幫助企業加速數碼轉型咧
？OK， 你好，大家好，我係 Kev from Checkpoint Software Technology。咁其實我哋 Checkpoint 咧，其實喺 cyber security 已經好耐歷史㗎啦。咁其實我哋見到啦，而家喺 cyber security 嘅環境裏邊啦，其實要去protect我哋嘅 digital transformation 咧，其實我哋需要諗好多嘢。講緊一個 end-to-end 嘅 security 啦。傳統我哋講 network security， 其實而家今時今日已經唔足夠㗎啦。我哋需要諗下點樣 protect 我哋嘅 cloud environment 啦，我哋嘅 SaaS application 啦，去到 endpoint 啦、mobile 啦，甚至講緊 IoT 嘅。咁其實 Checkpoint 我哋就 provide 緊一個 end-to-end 嘅 security architecture， 希望可以俾到 customer 一個 consolidate 嘅 security， 點樣可以去 easy 去 manage 佢哋嘅 security portfolio 啦，同埋最重要嘅就係 protect 佢哋嘅 business。Thank you。
唔該晒你嘅介紹，唔該晒。好，跟住嚟我哋再去下一個 booth 帶大家睇睇。Hello， 係啦，跟住嚟，冇問題，我哋嚟到傾啲啦。Hello， 老朋友啦，咁都同我哋 CBC 嘅直播觀眾介紹下我哋公司今日嘅個 booth 嘅主題啦，同埋有啲乜嘢方案可以加速數碼轉型啊？結合。
好啊，簡單介紹下啦，我哋金蝶國際軟件集團啦，咁我哋1993年成立啦，咁啊2005年咧已經係喺主板上市呢個香港都係咗上市嘅啦，咁啊到而家28年啦，咁其實眾所周知啦，我哋咧國內一間好出名嘅 ERP 供應商啦，咁到而家已經有超過680萬嘅客戶去用我哋嘅系統啦，同埋一啲 service 㗎。咁啊近排我諗呢5年啦，都隨著呢個雲端嘅技術咧不斷上升啦，咁我哋都已經將所有系統咧全部上晒雲嘅啦。咁啊無論呢個財務啦，到呢個供應鏈啦，到啲倉存，甚至到啲 O2O 嘅 solution 咧，已經全部上雲嘅啦。咁啊，尤其啦，我諗近排啦，得到呢個 IDC 嘅權威機構咧認可啦。咁啊，最近4年咧，我哋已經係連續4年咧得到呢個最佳嘅企業級嘅 ERP 啦，同埋 Finance 嘅呢個佔有率第1嘅啦。咁啊，近排咧，我諗今日同 CBC 合作啦。咁其實我哋同 CBC 一直都好多合作嘅項目啦。咁其實想同大家去提供一啲速度快啦、安全啦，同埋一啲符合客戶需要嘅 ERP 系統嘅。咁希望幫到大家啦，咁啊做一個雲端轉型啦，同埋再創高峰嘅，係啦。
咁未來會唔會有啲咩發展方向可以同大家分享下咧
？OK， 咁我哋我諗金蝶，我哋而家係金蝶亞太區啦，我哋主要服務香港啦，同埋成個亞太區啦。咁我哋主要都幫好多嘅中資啦走出海外啦，做呢個中大一帶一路嘅，亦幫好多嘅港資啦同埋外資咧入內地做一個 integration。咁所以好多時都係做兩地嘅一啲 integration。做一啲整合啦，咁呢個如果大家需要幾個地方一齊整合，揾我哋啦。
冇錯啦，咁大家記得留意下啦。唔該晒 Patrick，
唔該晒，
跟住我哋去到下一個攤位。Hello， 你好啊。跟住落嚟咧，就麻煩你同我哋介紹下貴公司今日嘅 booth 嘅一個主題啦，同埋有啲咩方案可以幫助企業加速嘅數碼轉型咁樣。
OK， 係啦，咁我哋今日咧就係介紹一個大數據嘅平台啦。呢個大數據平台咧，其實因為隨住好多唔同嘅公司都會有好多嘅資訊性去即係個 data 去 growth 啦，我哋就會係幫啲客戶去做一個將資料搜集翻嚟，做一個分析啦，從而家可以話俾你聽，其實而家應該係喺商業上做啲乜嘢決定，去幫助佢哋喺一個生意上面去隨機應變啦，係啦。
明白。咁公司咧即係 spun off 嚟緊，會唔會有啲咩新嘅發展方向可以同大家分享下
？OK， 咁其實咧，隨住而家好多客戶都追求雲端上面一啲嘅需要啦。其實我哋 spun 已經出咗一個 SaaS 嘅平台啦，可以去幫客戶好快地可以去deploy 到個 solution 啦，令到佢哋話今日買就可以聽日用咯。係啊，呢個都係因為其實大家都知道市場上面係即係一日千里啦。咁我哋亦都冇好多客人就買完之後需要等待去安裝嘅時候咧，咁我哋都可以係貨佢哋可以快啲又得到嘅應用咯。
明白。唔該晒你。嗱，咁我哋咧都睇住咁多個 booth 先。咁一陣晏晝4點20分左右咧，我哋再帶大家參觀下我哋 City Telecom CBC 有關 AR 遠程運維技術嘅 booth 先。好啦，嗱咁頭先一開始咧，我哋都同大家提及過啦。今日我哋係會有獎問答嘅環節嘅。咁而家咧就嚟到第一條題目咯喎，大家注意啦。嗱，第一條題目就係問大家今年香港 Solutions Day 2021嘅主題係乜嘢呢？嗱，相信大家有留意今日直播嘅朋友仔呢，我哋都成日講㗎啦，咁應該唔難答嘅。嗱，咁唔好猶豫啦，識答嘅朋友呢，即刻喺我哋 City Telecom CPC 嘅 Facebook 同 YouTube 直播下面留言回答問題，咁答啱而又被抽中嘅朋友呢，就會獲得我哋嘅50蚊美食外賣平台現金券㗎啦。咁呢個環節呢，一共係會有5位幸運兒可以得獎嘅。好，咁俾時間大家答多一陣啦。咁嚟緊呢，遊戲就會喺10分鐘之後截止嘅，咁大家記得把握機會啦。轉頭翻嚟，我哋會有今日直播嘅一場主打嘅 panel discussion， 聽下一眾業界嘅專家精英點睇智能生態圈呢一個大趨勢啊！好啦，咁我哋一陣間再見。 歡迎大家翻到嚟我哋 Solutions Day 嘅直播現場。跟住落嚟咧，即將進入活動嘅下半部分啦。跟住落嚟會有我哋嘅 panel discussion， 我哋邀請到 Economist Andrew 為我哋做 moderator。panelist 咧就有 LVMH Peter Quan、Green Radar Kenneth Ma 同埋我哋嘅 CSO Taylor Lam。為大家分享現今企業要成功轉型，全賴生態圈伙伴可以提供穩定而可靠嘅 ICT 架構，去支援千變萬化嘅業務需求。轉頭翻嚟呢就會即刻開始㗎啦，大家記住要留意啦，我哋一陣見。
Everyone, to our City Telecom CPC Solutions Day. Hope you all enjoyed your break. So now it is time for our panel discussion, as you can see, with our heavyweight speakers. So let me introduce them for you. So please first welcome our moderator, Ms. Ann Chow. She's the director of the Economist Corporate Network in Hong Kong. So Michelle, please. Please show me to give her a big hand. Now, may I also invite the following panelists onto the stage. We have Mr. Peter Quan, Regional CTO Asia Pacific, LVMH Perfumes and Cosmetics. Mr. Kenneth Ma, Senior Vice President, Sales Green Radar. And Mr. Taylor Lam, Chief Strategy Officer, City Telecom CPC. Right. Welcome, everyone. And They will be discussing the mind of creating an intelligent business ecosystem. So Anne, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. As just mentioned, my name is Anne Cho. I'm the director of the Economist Intelligence Corporate Network here in Hong Kong. Today's session is entitled The Mind of Creating an Intelligent Business Network, and I'm pleased to be joined today by three very distinguished industry experts. So first of all, we have Peter Quan. Peter is the Regional Chief Technology Officer, Asia Pacific of LVMH Perfumes and Cosmetics. He has 25 years experience as an IT executive at Fortune 500 companies. He is also chairman, Retailer Advisory Committee of the Hong Kong Retail Technology Industry Association, and he's also a mentor and startup coach at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Welcome, Peter. We also have Taylor Lam. Taylor is the Chief Strategy Officer at CITIC Telecom CPC. He leads the company's strategy along with the firm's product development. Taylor brings to CITIC Telecom CPC over 18 years of experience in telecoms, IT, and digital media. Prior to joining CITIC Telecom CPC, he was the head of Hong Kong at Analysys Mason, a TMT consultancy. He also has held various roles at Value Partners Management Consulting, as well as PCCW Hong Kong. And last but not least, we have Kenneth Ma, who heads up Green Radar Holdings Limited. Kenneth leads the Hong Kong and Singapore offices of the email security business. He has over 20 years of experience in the IT, telecoms, and cybersecurity space. He also is, prior to joining Green Radar, he was director and general manager of Hong Kong and Macau in Aruba for 7 years and has been with CITIC Telecom CPC since 2000. Thank you all for being here today. Now, I think what we clearly see around the world is that many enterprises nowadays are racing to transform their businesses. Whether these transformations are successful or not will arguably depend on whether the ecosystem can support the same business goals that a company establishes. And very critical to this is whether the application or technology partner of a business will be able to support the new initiatives aimed at the customers. And this will also depend on whether the service provider will be able to provide a reliable and scalable ICT infrastructure at the back end to facilitate business growth. Now, during 2019 and 2020, many businesses were significantly hit by the pandemic, and they were forced to rethink the way they lead and operate their business. And I think that is of no surprise to anybody in this room. Now, I'm going to start first with Peter, since you run a very large part of a consumer luxury business. Could you share with us how LVMH was able to intelligently operate under the pandemic as you faced things like shortened operational hours? And how did you transition to more online growth? What on the back end, also in terms of ICT infrastructure support or data privacy issues, did you have to work on?
Okay. During the last 2 years, the retail market was very quiet, and because we're facing a lot of issue on the pandemic and also the tourists not coming to Hong Kong. And we spent a lot of money. We not reduce any investment. We do it oppositely to invest on stabilize, fine-tuning, optimize our system in whole Asia. And in our data center, we have at the time we had more than 500 servers. Today we have more than thousands. At that time, we spent a lot of energy to fine-tune and consolidate all the server and service and stabilize all the bandwidth, and even looking for a strategic partner help us to fine-tune and optimize our infrastructure in the last 2 years, because we need to prepare for the rebound. Very lucky the rebound come back from last year in Q1 around April, May. We can able to catch up the opportunity of our business group in Hong Kong and in China. At the same time, we implement a lot of online e-commerce platform that we did not implement before. And last year, we implemented e-commerce platform in Hong Kong. And then we integrate the platform with, in China, we integrate the platform with Tmall. And also we implement our e-commerce platform. Although, the business in Tmall cannot compare, our e-commerce platform website in China, because 99 or 95% of traffic is going to Tmall. However, we can easily integrate our Tmall, services to integrate our website. For example, our logistic, our customer service platform, and also the VIP, the pointing, when you buy things, you get a bonus point, right? You can check your bonus point in our website. And we integrate our website to the Tmall. And most importantly, our Tmall, you can see our Tmall, flagship store. All our picture or video is professional, and mainly consistent to our original website in Paris or in Europe and in everywhere in the world. It makes it consistent, because although we found that the e-commerce integration is very important, but the brand image is more important than what we are doing. And so we need to make it very consistent to retain the brand image. Very lucky, we have a very good partner behind to help us to build our platform in last year in China. And as I said, the server at the time is 300 server in China. Now today we have more than 800. Then total server in Asia is more than 1,000 server in Asia. I think important we are very lucky to find a very good partner to help us to make it happen in last year. And our business is really good, and we have a very good start year in 2022 and 2021 Q1, sorry, 2021. And in the future, 2022, I'm quite sure. Thank you.
I'm so glad to hear, Peter, that you guys have been able to have this nice e-commerce platform for us shoppers here in Hong Kong. I know I'm definitely going to really benefit from that. So now, I wanted to turn to you, Taylor. From CPC's point of view, as the service provider here, could you share how you were able to support LVMH's new initiatives, especially given that you must have been working with fairly tight turnaround schedules in a very fast-changing environment?
Thank you, Anne. So what you've heard from Peter is the front end side of the story, and what I'm about to share is probably the back end side of the story. So you will notice that because of the pandemic, because of the business environment change, a lot of our customers, like one of our prestige customers here, they need to pivot. They need to quickly shift and transform their business model, and the business will have to run with it. The IT systems will have to run with it. And underneath that, the infrastructure needs to be able to support it. If you look at the shift that Peter has mentioned, there are multi-channel shift, there are e-commerce, there are a lot of ad hoc requirement, high volatility. So 11.11, suddenly the volume jacks up. 11.12, suddenly the volumes goes down. All this requires a robust but flexible infrastructure, and also a secure infrastructure underneath to protect and enable these type of things. I still remember our team was working very, very hard at the beginning of 2020 to get the platform set up. Very, very luckily, we got it all completed by around April, May time. And the timing was perfect because if you go back in time and you look back and you see that mainland China was just about to open up. It's one of the first countries to open up during the pandemic, and it's around Q2 time last year. So all the platform was ready, the market opens up, our customer are able to do a lot of business, we grow with them. So I think that's the back end part of the story, and we're very proud and to be part of that story, supporting our customers to go through that journey.
Great. Well, speaking of secured infrastructure, as you just mentioned there, Taylor, this is something that I think many businesses are looking into in terms of digital transformation of their business. And we know that this has driven greater amounts of e-communication and a surge in the amount of data transmissions over networks. This leaves customer information much, much more exposed to hacking. And we know that email hacks are actually one of the greatest security threats facing organizations globally. So Kenneth, I'd like to get you here into the conversation. What are some of your insights on the email hacks? And what is the key considerations to choose an email security solution and provider to protect from SME to enterprises? And from Green Radar's perspective and experience, what is the best practice of a total email security solution?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Anne, for a couple of questions. So maybe I introduce a little bit about Green Radar to you guys because maybe some of you may not be so familiarized with that. So Green Radar is a email security solution provider focusing on email security. We operate in Hong Kong and Singapore. We're a technology vendor based in Hong Kong. So we have a team of experts who focus on email security for our clients in the region. And our clients, including the FSI companies, like one of the biggest banks in the world that they're using Green Radar, property developer, retail, manufacturing, professional services, logistics, etc. So just give you a little bit background about Green Radar. So let me share with you guys a bit about the email threat landscape that we know in the past couple of years. So actually, I think there's a lot of numbers in the market, just like the numbers that reported by the Hong Kong Police Force early this year, that in our Q1 this year, actually they have 145 reported cases on the email scam and causing the loss of 480 million Hong Kong dollar. So just take a simple calculation. That means that every case, on average, they're losing 3.3 million Hong Kong dollar. So what's the idea of 3.3 million Hong Kong dollar? Maybe for Peter, LVMH is a tiny small number, right? But don't forget that the importance is not only the number, it's on the brand image. You know, if your brand image gets some impact, it's more than the 3.3 million. But don't forget, because in Hong Kong, most of the companies are SMB or mid-sized company. And 3.3 million, maybe the whole year profit. And then that whole year profit, with one click, just gone. That's not what we want to see. So, and actually, you ask, hey, email threat or email attack is nothing new. Yes, you're right, it's nothing new. But why we still have a lot of victims in the market? It's because I think there are two key elements that working on that. Firstly, the pandemic really matters because when people try to work from home, or normally right now we work from anywhere, then the awareness level will be lowered, or you cannot get help from your company immediately within the office, then your awareness will go down. And also, when we are trying to do a lot of digital transformation for a lot of enterprise to survive in this pandemic situation, actually the scammers also do a lot of transformation. The attack behavior is totally changed. In the past, maybe many years ago, they talk about virus, malware, ransomware. But right now, they transform into attack you by phishing, by BEC, because the business email compromise. There's a number in the Hong Kong CERT, the Hong Kong Computer Emergency Response Team, the 香港電腦支援中心嗰個就係一個。They talk about that out of the past 12 months, the incident reported was around 7,500, and 49.3% is on phishing, 44.4% is on botnet, but on malware, it's only 1.4%. So they changed the behavior of hacking you so that they're not go to intrude into your laptop to get the information, but instead they ask you to give them the information because you take on the phishing name, you take on the fake email. So actually, it's in sync with our SOC findings. We have millions of emails coming into our SOC every day. So out of those emails with embed with an URL link in our field, in our AI system, more than 50% we find it is really phishing. So for example, in October, we found I think it's the first time we find it, a phishing email who impersonate Hong Kong Electric, okay? To tell you that, okay, you got a electricity bill rebate for you. And then when you click on the link, it diverts you into a it's a fake website definitely, but it looks really well and real. And they have a lot of logos and copy a lot of things from the Hong Kong Electric website. And then what they want is to ask you to give them the account information, to give them the login or credit card information. So there's a lot. Hong Kong Electric, Hang Seng Bank, we find it in October as well. So I think right now, the behavior change makes a lot of people fall into a trap and give the information or even money out without threatening you, okay? So I think that's the insight about the email threat landscape right now. So the other question is, what's the criteria or the consideration to select a solution provider? So first of all, I truly agree with Peter and Taylor. We have to have a very robust or scalable solution on the email security. So it should be on OpEx model, subscription model, so that you can scale and scale up and scale down easily. And the second thing I would like to advise you guys, because normally most of the email attack or most of the solution providers, they got a lot of global threat intelligence. But in Hong Kong, it's very special. We have a lot of email communication in Chinese. So we need to get some local threat intelligence included in the solution. So if the solution provider can have the team to develop or such features in locally, that will be the best. It will fit into I would say, well fit into the local market. And finally, the support is very, very important. So I would say if you can get someone who can support you locally in Hong Kong, talking in Cantonese, I think definitely will solve your problems most effectively. And finally, I want to say the last question is the best practice. So email security gateway definitely is a must, but it's not all. In my opinion, we have to know about the employees' awareness level on phishing. So we have to do the phishing assessment campaign. So from my perspective, it's not an option, it's a must. So combining both the security gateway as well as the phishing assessment campaign is the best practice, because you have to customize some template, execute it, and then do some analysis and also do the training, set the baseline for next campaign. Then it will be the best. And I hope that Green Radar can do it in one go for you guys.
Great, thanks for that. We've been talking a lot about digital transformation. Underlying digital transformation is a bunch of emerging technologies like AR, AI, blockchain, and those are really helping to create new business value opportunities. Many enterprises nowadays are finding ways to embed new technologies into their operations to achieve greater business outcomes. I'm going to turn to all of you for this next question. What's your view on which new technology will be the most impactful for your business or just businesses at large? And what would you say enterprises should really be aware of, think more of, when they adopt new technologies to their businesses? And then also, I think the best way to do this is probably to go from first with Taylor, if you could maybe make some comments, and then we'll go to Peter. And lastly, Kenneth, if you could maybe close out with some of your thoughts.
Okay, then I'll start first. In terms of futuristic technologies, you must have heard a lot. AI, AR, I mean, with a certain social media company changing their names into Meta, then everyone was thinking about virtual reality, VI. But to stay true to my engineering roots, having done artificial intelligence myself, I would say artificial intelligence is probably the most prominent ones, or with the most potential for you guys to pay attention to. Largely because I see this has a very widespread applications. Obviously, there is this inspiration of artificial intelligence one day becoming a near human type of interaction. But before we reach that, there are still many applications that you should be able to apply to your business as your businesses transforms from a technology perspective. And even for ourselves, we have been experimenting, thanks to our innovation team, various different technologies, including AI, AR, VR, etc. And what we are secretly building is an application of artificial intelligence to our network management services. So we've been helping our customers to manage their networks for literally decades. But what we see is a trend that is emerging, is that the network is no longer just a pipe that is connecting and it's either on or it's either off. There are a lot more demand and needs for knowing what is actually flowing inside the pipe, distinguishing the traffics, knowing the traffic correlations between different sites, different points, and sometimes your mobile users that could log in today in Shanghai and tomorrow in Beijing and what's going on, along with all the security threats of all these different users as well. So all this, in order to really digest and appreciate this information, artificial intelligence comes in very handy in order to process this information, to filter out the real alarms, and to help our customers, the IT team, to look after, to manage their infrastructure, and to get alerted at the earliest opportunities on potential threats, potential performance issues, and that really allows us to help our customers to do that.
Great, and maybe Peter, if you could add your comments.
Yes. We have been talking AI, AR, big data. In the past 2 years, more for marketing. You learn your favorite, you learn your behavior. I think today we are talking about the AI, AR applied on the security infrastructure platform. I think this is many key we are looking for in the future. Because our infrastructure is not a closed infrastructure anymore. You need to face third-party platform like Tmall, logistic warehouse, or another website, or even connect to other, using API connect to other websites to do different kind of API for different kind of service, additional service. All this kind of traffic is internet-based, it's not closed system, it's an open system. So we need a many intelligent AI security system to monitoring this kind of traffic between the different platforms. And another side, okay, our platform is very huge. We are talking about open platform. We have 1,000 servers. We have over 30, 40, even 50 service providers to manage our server today. How can we protect our server? Because all the searchers from day to day, they need to log in or upgrade our platform. They will go inside our internal system. How can the AI security platform can detect the behavior of this kind of incoming remote access traffic to make sure our platform is not hacked or attacked? This is very important. Because I talk AI because in the past we are talking about detection. But AI can create a reaction and response in the future. It will automatically create a list of response. I cannot think about it. It happened in the midnight. Every people sleep. You cannot call the people, oh, what should I do? We detect a lot of intrusion. But AI can have a very reactive, real-time response to any attack. This is what I'm looking for in the coming years for our security platform.
Okay, so actually, I also totally agree that the AI is dominant in the next couple of years because, but I'm greedy that it's not only AI. We have the mix of blockchain, we have a mix of some AR, VR, mixed reality solutions that, because in the AI world, I think what we are looking for is lots of different applications that we drive from that out. Likely, we now have the autonomous car driving, maybe ship, maybe later on, maybe app, flight. We don't know. We need to have a lot of imagination that AI can serve us, okay? And from my point of view as well, I want AI to help me. You know, I think some of you guys may also experience that. I have lots of systems in my company. I want to generate a lot of good analysis and report for myself. I need to ask some of my colleagues to help me or some department to help me. Why don't we have an AI digital assistant for everybody? They know the NLP, they know the natural language processing, so that when I want the revenue report, and then the system will generate the report for me without any help from the others. So I look forward for the AI to drive a lot of different applications that enhance our efficiency, productivity, but we have to be very careful about the compliance or maybe some security issues. The privacy will be another one that we have to watch out. Okay.
I think everybody in this room looks forward to the day when all of us can have an AI assistant. So I think there is universal agreement on this panel that AI is our future, and it's a very important area for all of us to keep exploring. Well, thank you all very much for your very valuable insights here. I think this is all the time that we have. So, I think what we have been talking about during this very short session is very applicable to businesses of all sizes and really across so many different industries. So with that, I'd like to say thank you once again to our panelists for this very insightful discussion, and thank you all very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. It was such a fascinating, inspiring discussion. I'm sure that all of us are really impressed by the ideas. And thank you, Anne, Peter, Kenneth, and Taylor once again. Thank you, everyone.
discussion 真係好精彩啊！各位 panelists 都分享咗佢哋寶貴嘅經驗，相信大家都獲益良多，希望有助各位升級轉型，發掘更多商機啦。嗱，較早嘅時候咧，我哋就為大家介紹咗我哋生態圈伙伴嘅 booth 啦，而家就輪到我哋 City Telecom CPC ICT-MI 策略下面嘅主打創新方案咯。嗱，其實今日除咗係 Solutions Day 嘅大日子之外咧，亦都係我哋 City Telecom CPC 宣布同應科院嘅合作邁進咗一個新嘅階段啦，成功將我哋嘅演算法專業知 知識，以及強大嘅 AI 人工智能實力，融合應科院嘅 AR 擴增實境技術，開拓更多嶄新應用喺唔同場景同埋行業嘅商業應用方案，真係業界嘅一大喜訊啦！嗱，而家喺我身邊咧有 Sam I， 咁佢咧就係 Assistant Project Manager of Information Technology Service and Data Science， 佢就負責呢一個項目嘅。阿 Sam 你好啊，
你好，
不如咧都同大家介紹下點解當初我哋會有將 AR 技術融入 ICT 方案呢一個構思咧？
好啊，咁其實我哋一直以嚟都有同ASTRI 即係應科院咧，我哋都有技術上嘅合作啦。咁之前疫情最嚴重嘅時候咧，我哋就發覺到客戶好多嘅公司咧，其實都實行咗 work from home 嘅呢個 policy，而且 data centre 裏面咧亦都有一系列嘅防疫措施啦，再加上唔同嘅地方國家佢亦都有啲封關嘅政策，所以因為種種咁嘅政策咧，令到我哋嘅客戶佢未必能夠親身去到我哋 data centre， 所以因為咁咧，我哋就希望透過 AR 嘅呢個技術啦，去幫到我哋客戶，即使喺疫情期間或者一啲特殊情況之下咧，佢哋都可以睇到喺 data centre 裏面佢哋設備嘅一啲嘅狀態啊等等，咁因為咁咧，我哋就會有呢一個嘅 AR 嘅技術啦，同埋推出咗我哋今次嘅 Data House AR Remote Hand 嘅呢個服務。咁我哋嘅工程師同事咧，淨係需要戴咗我哋 AR 眼鏡之後咧，就會成為我哋客戶嘅千里眼。咁我哋客戶咧，淨係可以坐喺佢哋屋企啦，用翻佢嘅電腦 log in 翻去我哋嘅 portal 咧，就會見到我哋 data centre 裏面嘅實景，就可以俾到 instruction 俾我哋啲同事咧，就係做到佢哋想做嘅 task 啦。咁呢一個不單止係可以提升咗我哋整個嘅一個客戶嘅一個體驗啦，最緊要就係可以俾到佢make sure 翻佢哋嘅成個營運嘅效率啦，或者營運嘅狀態都係保持住一致嘅。
明白。咁啱啱今日都宣布咗呢個項目咧，去到一個新嘅階段咯喎。咁不如都同大家講解下有啲咩新嘅應用啊？好啊，
我介紹翻我哋 CPC 先啦。咁Citic Telecom CPC 咧，其實一直以嚟我哋都有一隊好強大嘅數據科學家，同埋一個machine learning 嘅專家所構成嘅研發團隊。咁我哋呢一個研發團隊咧，其實一直以嚟都有進行 AI 或者其他類型嘅一啲嘅應用嘅開發。咁加上我哋喺呢個行業已經有20年嘅經驗啦，同埋亦都有唔同嘅應用場景。所以因此呢，我哋再同應科院今次有個第二度嘅合作，去構成我哋今次整個嘅 AR 嘅企業平台。咁透過呢個 AR 嘅企業平台呢，其實我哋嘅客戶就可以收到一個定制化嘅 AR 嘅 application， 而喺裡面呢，其實包含咗一啲 AI 嘅元素。呢個 AI 嘅元素呢，就係嚟自我哋研發團隊幫佢嘅一個特定嘅場景裡面開發出嚟嘅應用。所以呢，就希望透過呢一個已經 customise 嘅 AI 嘅應用，再加埋 AR 呢個服務呢，就令到佢哋嘅問題可以解決啦。
哇！咁聽落咧，呢個 AR 嘅項目唔單止有趣喎，而且仲可以提供好多唔同嘅行業應用喎。阿 Sam，我見到你今日其實都有準備副 AR 嘅眼鏡，俾現場嘅參加者去試玩一下。咁我可唔可以都試下咧？可以啊。好，咁麻煩你幫我拎住支咪先。
係啦，咁你而家咧應該見到一個3D 立體嘅一個 device 係呈現你面前嘅。咁其實呢一個功能咧就係我哋幫我哋嘅一啲 junior 嘅 engineer 啦，譬如話佢有一啲嘅操作佢唔係好熟悉嘅時候，就可以透過呢個功能咧去睇翻相關嘅一個操作應該點樣做嘅。所以你而家見到一個3D 嘅立體模型展示喺你面前啦。咁其實下面咧仲有一個功能嘅一啲嘅 bar 喺度啦。咁其實你見到有水平旋轉、放大啦、縮晒啦等等，你其實可以試一試操作下佢。係啦，咁你而家就會喺水平旋轉緊，後面呢個 animation 咧就 show 翻嗰個嘅操作到底應該係點樣去做。如果你覺得太細嘅話，其實你可以放大翻佢，冇錯啦。咁當然亦都可以放細翻佢啦，自己可以調校翻一個適合嘅一個嘅大細去睇翻。係啦，咁其實呢一個功能咧，最主要就係話，我哋希望佢喺過程之中咧，更加容易去理解整個 instruction 係點樣樣嘅。咁大約個 demo 咧，應該就係咁樣樣嘅。咁整體上頭先所講嘅 3D instruction manual 咧，其實就係將一本書裡面一啲比較 complicated 嘅一啲 instruction 咧，變翻咗一個 animation 嘅角度去介紹翻俾我哋啲 engineer 嘅同事，令到咧佢哋之後喺安裝過程之中更加去流暢，更加容易去做到嘅。咁大約個功能就會係咁樣樣。
哇，唔該晒阿 Sam。咁好啦，咁大家喺度都休息一陣先。咁轉頭翻嚟咧，我哋會有獎問答嘅環節，千祈唔好錯過啦。我哋一陣間再見。頭先嘅 panel。 大家翻到嚟我哋嘅直播環節啦。跟住落嚟咧就嚟到我哋有獎問答嘅環節咯喎。嗱，咁而家嚟到第二條題目啦。咁啱啱咧我哋都提及過，我哋同應科院嘅合作嚟到一個新嘅階段啦。咁融合咗兩項創新嘅技術喎。咁請問呢兩項技術分別係咩呢？其實頭先同阿 Sam 傾偈嘅時候咧，佢哋都多次提及呢兩項技術㗎啦。咁大家如果識答嘅朋友仔咧，唔好猶豫啦，即刻喺我哋嘅 Facebook。Citic Telecom 嘅 Facebook 啦，同埋呢個 YouTube 直播下面留言回答答案啦。咁答啱而又被抽中嘅朋友仔咧，就有機會咧會獲得我哋50蚊嘅美食外賣平台嘅現金券。咁一共咧就有5位朋友仔可以獲得呢一份獎品嘅。咁如果識答咧，就即刻留言啦，千祈唔好等啦。今日嘅直播咧嚟到呢度都差唔多啦，好多謝大家同我一齊睇到最後啊！我哋會繼續喺各大社交平台，好似 Facebook 啦、YouTube 啦、LinkedIn 同埋微信等等，為大家送上最新嘅 ICT 資訊同埋我哋嘅最新動向。咁請大家 follow 我哋啦，只要大家喺平台上面搜尋 Citic Telecom CPC 就可以揾到我哋噶啦。咁中意今日直播嘅朋友仔咧，亦都記得 like 我哋條片啦 ，share 埋俾你哋嘅朋友同埋合作伙伴。咁有你哋嘅支持咧，我哋一定會繼續努力為大家送上最新嘅IT行業資訊。今次嘅直播嚟到呢度差唔多啦，我哋下次再見，拜拜。